Hello, adventurers! Welcome back to Harvestella. Looks like we've got some stuff going on, some commotion outside to check out. Welcome back to the adventure. We just finished the Summer Seaslight, and now we've got something going on, so let's see. Ooh, we got another fairy. So, is the Spring Seaslight safe? Pretty much. I did wonder when that egg thingy got stuck to it, though. Friend of yours? Friend, did you forget what I told you already? Ugh. You went and saved the day over by the Spring Seaslight, right? Totally meant spring instead of summer. What's all the noise? More bugs. Oh, we're not bugs. We're great fairies. I'm like the fairy of the Spring Seaslight. Oh, right. She's pretty and green. So this is one of the other fairies you mentioned. You each rule over one of the four classical elements. The four classical elements? She doesn't seem to have it all together, does she? So you're the source of this planet's power. The Great Spring Fairy. You created the wind, is that right? Created? You think that was me? Oh boy. Is that so strange? You're a great fairy, source of the world's power, bringer of wind. And I am the great fire fairy, the one and only creator of flame. Someone's story is falling apart here. That's what you've been telling the humans? She's right, you know. I'm the great wind fairy, creator of the gale. Oh boy. What'd I do, Tully? This'll bag us a ton of snacks, right? You lied to us. Told you this from the start. Turns out fairies are nothing but lying little tricksters. And where do you keep the bug spray? Oh, come on. I had such a good thing going and you messed it all up. That's so mean. I did my best. You've been lying from the very start with all this fire fairy nonsense. Fire is nothing more than a chemical phenomenon. Look at Aristotle's four-element theory, which gives rise to a new question. What are you, really? What are we? I guess we just, live around the Seaslight? That's not all, obviously. I guess I may as well tell you since the jig is up. We're Seaslight supervisors. We go around making sure they're in tip-top shape. Supervisors? Who on earth gave you that role? Oh, that was... Actually, I have no idea. And here I thought I might have found another clue. How could you forget something so important? What I gather from this new information is that you're no more than a gopher. Wow, I like the sound of that. Gophers are cute. Oh. I don't agree to that. Doesn't that term make you sad? From great fonts of the world's power to lackeys of the Seaslight. That's quite the drop in rank. Not that it matters. I didn't believe you from the start. I believed them. I believed them. Still, it doesn't sound like it was all a complete lie. There was an abnormality at the Spring Seaslight, after all. That's the Heaven's Egg. This era would be a total mess now if we'd left the Heaven's Egg and those dragons alone. That's right, which is why you should go and check on the rest of the Seaslights. I was thinking the same thing. Great minds think alike. Maybe this new fairy will also stay on the farm and help? If something terrible happens in this time, there'll be no way for me to return to my own. It's decided. Let me know when you're ready to visit the other two Seaslights. Okay, we get to make a name pact with the Spring Fairy, Errol. Let's use that name. A new Errol order has been added. So Tully and Errol. So now we have two fairies. So I guess we'll get a fairy per Seaslight.
Like some of the crops are ready for harvest.
Thank you, Tully. We will go ahead and do a little bit of farming this morning and get everything watered. I don't see Errol. Where's she at? Oh, there she is. Must have just been hiding.
Got a letter.
Well, got a letter. Oh, okay. Let's see what we got in the mail. Oh, a couple of different things. Castle Lewis Times. Greetings, citizens. This is an update from Castle Lewis on the unidentified monster that appeared in the vicinity of Nemea Town. The monster, which hatched from a large egg and was spotted at the Spring Seaslight, has been slain by Lewis Kingdom Brigade. We hope this sends a clear message to any unknown monsters who attempt to menace Nemea again. We, the brigade, continue to work hard to ensure the citizens' safety. So they're claiming that they did all the work. Was Aesol part of that? Thanks for your help before. No more dragons have been spotted in town, and everything's returned to how it was before. When you have the time, I'd love for you to come back and see Nemea again, now that everything is back to normal. Anyway, see you later. Cheers. Estina, hope you've been keeping well. It was quite the drama Nemea went through, Once things have settled with you, it'd be nice to see your face at the orphanage. The children have been asking to say hello. I look forward to seeing you. Estina. Ah, cool. So some follow-up letters. Ooh, and a little side quest. Estina's children meet with Estina at the orphanage. Aesol of Nemea. Interesting. Our next story quest that we need to continue on, which is Chapter 3B, The Bulla's Requiem. Rosealyn meets a gentleman harking from the town of Shatolla, which was that guy that looked like Howl, which sits near the Summer Seaslight and travels there to investigate the mysterious events that are occurring nearby. So we need to go check that out and figure out what's going on with the... Is that the Summer Seaslight? Yeah, that's the summer. I was thinking, is this one autumn? Shatolla's summer. Alright, so we're on our way to Shatolla through the Jade Forest to figure out what our next step in the story is. We've got to head to the bar. Remember last time we were in Shatolla, they were talking about this lady who was stirring up a whole bunch of trouble because she had a pretty voice. She was young and gorgeous, apparently. So let's figure out what's going on here. Ooh, nice cozy place. Welcome. So this is the town's tavern, huh? It's busier than I thought it would be. Are you a fan of these places? No. I don't know. I've hardly been to any. I'm not old enough to drink alcohol, so there wasn't much point. Anyway, let's see what the people here have to say. Gotcha. So, I think this is the girl that we saw in the Jade Forest on her way to Shatolla. Nothing better than relaxing with a cold beer and listening to emo. This place has become my own little sanctuary since my boat sank, and my wife gives me the stink eye all day. Is that your wife beside you, or... As if having a beautiful voice wasn't enough, she looks impeccable too. I wish I could pull that off. Are you a fan of emos too? Isn't she wonderful? I wonder where she came from. There's something not quite human about her, although I suppose that adds to her mysterious charm. That emo sure is popular, huh? What? Why? Not this song. Oh? Customer mad about the song choice? Why are you disturbing the peace? Oh, so you're awake after all. What's gotten you all worked up? Don't treat me like a child. You have to stop this song right now. Where is it coming from? Who the heck is singing this song? You! Oh, sounds like we're gonna kick somebody out. What on earth has gotten into you? You're yelling like a madman. Yeah, geezer, you can't be rude to emo like that. Have you lost your mind? Emo, was it? Oh, you kids have no idea. How's about you step outside and listen to Lorelei's awful ballad for yourself? Then tell me I've lost my mind. Lorelei's ballad? That's what I said. I heard it myself. That song the girl just sang, it was the same thing I heard before my boat started taking in water. It's witchcraft, mark my words. Emo's been in the tavern this whole time. Meanwhile, you're out there hearing voices in the sea. What's to say you weren't just imagining this Lorelei, eh? So that's what you think, is it? Fine, I see how it is. Well, I ain't gonna stick around. I narrowly escaped death on the sea. I'll be darned if I'm about to let some witch curse me here on land. Goodbye. Don't mind him, Emo. He's just upset because he lost his boat. Meep. She is very pretty. What's this? Why is the mood in here so sour? I won't stand for this in my tavern. Oh, here's the guy. Sir. What is the meaning of this? No matter. Emo, be a good girl and sing us something uplifting, won't you? That should cheer everyone up. Come now, patrons, raise your glasses. It's not like they'd be catching any fish even if they did have boats. All there is to do is drink, and lucky you, we have the best music and booze this side of the Seaslight. He's right. Cheers to the landlord. He knows how to turn a crowd around, that's for sure. And you, I'll be seeing you behind the tavern tonight for our regular chat. What's wrong? I had a bad feeling just now. There's something off about the way that guy spoke to her, don't you think? I totally agree. I'm gonna meet behind the tavern. It's time to see what we can't maybe eavesdrops on. What is going on with this girl? The owner definitely told her to meet him behind the bar, right? Maybe a little more sneaky than that. Oh. These are all the tips you got today. Psh, bunch of cheap, penniless bums, the lot of them. I kind of figured that he would be collecting whatever she got for the day. Meep, meep. No, the ship isn't ready yet because we simply don't have the money. You need to work harder. Meep. Give you back the stone. I suppose you're considering building a boat by yourself, huh? Foolish child. If I can't prepare a boat fast enough, what makes you think you can? You ought to learn your place. It was I who took you in, who gave you a shelter. You owe me your life. So it seems like, is this yet another who appeared randomly just like we did and Tiella did? And she's wanting a boat to go to the Seaslight? Now enough of this foolishness. I expect better of you tomorrow. She's got blue fingers. Ooh, he dropped something. Looks like they were fighting. Come on, let's go see if she's okay. Hello, dear. She's very pretty. Uh-oh. Quiet, he'll come back if you make any noise. What is that man to you? Meep. Meep. Oh, did he take her voice away? What is this shiny object? Did you find something? I'm so curious about this whole situation. What we got? Looks like a letter. Guy must have dropped it earlier. Reeks of something evil. What is that? I don't think he'll mind if we read it. Hey, Nicholas, I hear business is booming. All my girls have run off home to their own villages, so it's been a struggle on my end. You're all worried about family, with the Seaslight being the way it is. I can't believe they'd be so selfish. So I'm writing you this letter to see if you're still interested in selling that girl of yours. Emo, was it? I think your price is reasonable, so let's proceed with the paperwork. Look forward to hearing from you. This can't be for real. The owner wants to sell Emo? That's what it looks like. He stank of low-life scumbag, but to think he could actually stoop so low? How can someone think so lowly of another human life that they feel like they have the right to sell it? I suppose such a weak awareness of human rights is typical in this day and age, though. Do you think we should let the girl know about this plan? I think we should, yeah. Let's tell her. Let's bring her with us to the tavern tomorrow night. Alright, so now we've got a letter and we know what's going on, at least that he's gonna sell her. Back to the bar. Let's see if we can talk to Emo about this letter that we've found here. Maybe Emo isn't working today. Were we too late? Did he already ship her out? Where's Emo? What business do you have with her? We'd like to speak to her if we may. I'm sure you do, but the landlord says nobody's to see the diva without his say-so. It's really important. He's currently away on business one town over. Said he could be gone a while. This way. Oh, there's a back door. Okay, okay. This is the anteroom where the diva sleeps. Emo, you have customers. Meep. So what's the deal? What's so important you got me breaking the rules? You show him the letter. Her fingers are blue. Interesting. Meep. Huh, well then. Looks like your boss intends to sell you to another establishment. You can't stay here any longer. That jerk. So this is what his business trip's about. What can you tell us? What's wrong? Me. She can't speak any human language you or I might know. The boss is able to understand her without any problem, though. She seems to agree. So he's got a stone that allows him to understand? That could be a problem. How else are we supposed to be communicating? Is her hometown far from here? Hard to say. The landlord just turned up with her one day. Only had a clue. I think she probably grew up in some far-off hidden land of the fairies. Land of the fairies? Yeah, but it's just a guess. I get the impression the lyrics to her songs are from an old fairy dialect. A scholar of such things would stop by here to drink some years back. That's when I first heard about it. They used to talk about being able to speak the language of the fairies. If only they were here now. The language of the fairies. Say, Rosealyn, who else do we know that can speak with the fairies? That Thule. If she's really such a great fairy, then surely she can speak the language, no? You're saying you're friends with a fairy? More or less. But calling them all the way out here could be a pain. You hear a familiar voice in Rosalyn's clothes. In my clothes? Ye children, repeat as follows, and the great fairy shall grace you with their presence. Oh, great fairy, we call upon thee in our time of need. Thule! Rosealyn, grab her, quick! Someone's been stowing away. You were there the whole time, weren't you? I might have been for a little while. Look, laboring in the field all day gets pretty boring, okay? We'll let it go this time, but only because we need to put you to use in other ways. I'll even look past your insult about me being a mouthy redhead. Insult? Why, whatever do you mean? I said that with the greatest of respect. Oh, who am I kidding? You want me to interpret for the girl? Was that it? Yes, be quick about it. Alright, alright. She's got cute ears. So girly, would you mind saying a few words for me? This is a first. Can't say I've ever seen a fairy before. She's rude, but she means well. A scholar did say that fairies are an old species that like to trick humans. See? Told you so, Rosealyn. Is that so? I see. Okay, I think I get the gist of it. Your accent's a little strong, so I'm struggling to pick up all the details. Then again, you're not really speaking the language of the fairies. Meep. We don't mind if it's vague. We just gotta get the main point. Well, I can say one thing for sure. The landlord is a piece of work. He went and stole the poor girl's languicite? Her what? Languicite. She needs that stone to be able to talk with humans. So that's how he could understand what Emo was saying? But why would he be holding on to something so important? Sounds like there was some kind of promise involved. But somehow she ended up being forced to sing in the tavern while that guy still hasn't fulfilled his side of the deal. I'd say he's keeping the stone hostage so she can't ask for help. So the landlord intends to use her as some kind of attraction to entice sales? Just like what was written in that letter, he plans to sell Emo. That means we don't have any time to dilly-dally. Was there anything else? You said he was keeping the stone because of the promise you made. Oh, so that's why. For some reason she needs a boat and some help to take her to the Summer Seaslight. The landlord said he was going to give her both of those things, but he never did. That must have been what he was talking about the other night. What do you need help with? She says she can't say just yet. Understandable, considering how the landlord has tricked you. I would be surprised if you trusted us so quickly. Well, we've got to go to the Seaslight anyway. This still works out wonderfully since we're both heading to the Seaslight too. We should take this opportunity to help her. Do you own a boat? We could make one. Hold on just a minute. How much time do you think we have? We can't build a boat. At least we're in a fishing town. There must be a spare boat sitting around that we can borrow. Actually, you'll be hard-pressed finding anyone who will still put their boat in at the water since Lorelei turned up. Alright, I remember hearing something about that during the row at the tavern. What was it again? Their boats filled with water when they heard Lorelei's ballad? It became quite the rumor, but a fisherman's boat is their life. You won't find anyone willing to risk theirs. It is true. Does that have to be a fisherman's boat? Fishermen or not, I don't think anyone is about to risk sinking their boat. We'll just have to think of another way. It's too soon to give up now, right, Rosealyn? Agreed. Absolutely. Let's walk around town and see if we can't find any useful gossip. I think Mr. Hine, which looks like Hal that we met earlier, I think he's going to be our ticket in. So, this kid, if you talk to this kiddo, he says that Mr. Hine is working on a submarine. So maybe this is what we need to be able to get to the Seaslight. This building looks nothing like the other houses, does it? He's a scientist. What do you expect? We're a little weird. So this part isn't strong enough after all? What's this? Customers in my humble atelier? Oh, I remember you. We met in Lathe, didn't we? Aren't you going to introduce me to your lovely lady friend? I'm Arya. And is that... It's pretty impressive. Oh, this? It's called a sunken ship. It doesn't look very sunken. Pretty impressive. Don't be mean. Why, thank you. It's my latest invention. The Fiastola? Fiastola? Gorgeous, isn't she? Just look at her buxom curvaceousness. Oh, look at this part. Now, a lady should know better than to touch what doesn't belong to her. I must say I was skeptical when I heard talk of a ship that sinks itself, but this? Tell me, how does it withstand the increase in atmospheric pressure when it's submerged? What's this? So you're no ordinary lady after all. Well, you see, after a great many tests, Arya and Hine are talking shop. Big stretch for us. I didn't know you could use the monolight in such a way. It's more advanced than I realized. But if it spreads too far, then there's a chance it could really confuse historians centuries from now. So he's using monolight crystals to power it? Wow, what's this gem? Don't tell me you're secretly dripping with riches. Oh, that? It's an imitation, a byproduct of the previous invention of mine. It's completely worthless. A discerning eye could tell you it's a forgery quicker than a heartbeat. Still, even imitation gemstones have some value. There are people out there who wouldn't care that it's fake. For them, it's not about the value, it's about how rare it appears. I suppose not everyone is quite as philosophical as you, So, why are you both here? I'm sure it's not just to catch a glimpse of my latest creation. We want to go to the Seaslight. Well, my ship would certainly be suitable enough to help you with your endeavor. But it's not like you're asking me to take you on a pleasure cruise. So you can't blame me for asking what it is you expect to achieve there. We're hoping to keep it something of a secret, but I guess we really don't have much of a choice. Emo, come in. Emo needs to go there, which is why she's trapped in some awful promise to the tavern landlord. Oh dear, human trafficking is quite a repellent concept, which I suppose is fitting for such a repellent landlord. So you wish to take Shatolla's resident diva to the Seaslight. Have the Sirens awoken something? Is something wrong? Not at all. If the beautiful diva wishes to go, then who am I to turn her away? Hold on a second. Why were you so reluctant when it was me who made the request? Oh, well, how do I put this into words? You're not quite up to my level. Come, you must know what I mean. No, I don't think I do. Well, whatever. We got what we came for, and you've agreed to take us to the Seaslight. Is this safe? Theoretically speaking, yes, I can attest to that, more or less. Still, it may become a self-fulfilling prophecy if we keep calling it a sunken ship. How about submarine instead? That's a wonderful idea, Arya. In that case, she'll be called the submarine Shatolla. I will prepare the ship for departure. Come back and see me once you've completed any preparations of your own. Are you ready to embark? Yeah, let's go. I want to go. All aboard! How far is the Seaslight exactly? It's not that far, though we will need to plan our route. Let us aim to reach the opening to the ocean's source for now. We can figure out the rest after. I think we're almost at the source. This is a really spacious boat. Nice work, Hein. Meep. Plush seats. A little shaky as we go down. What's that song? Seems to be calling to us, guiding us deeper. That must be Lorelei's ballad, so it wasn't just a rumor. This was the song that dragged those boats underwater. Meep. Well, luckily, we're in a submarine. It's built for being underwater. Deeper we go. It would be rude to keep the lady waiting. The ship may rattle a little, but I promise there's no need to worry. This is more than a little rattle, don't you think? Don't panic. The Fia can handle the pressure. He seems confident. Oh, what was that? Looks like the hull detector has detected an abnormality. Likely just a crack in the transformer. I'm just ready for the water to start pouring in. I said there's no need to panic. I'm certain we probably have nothing to worry about. Which one is it? Oh wow, we are really... Oh, should we start praying? Make sure the mayor reads my will. Arya, I'm glad I got to meet you. Oh, don't you dare. I don't want to hear any tearful last words. Meep meep. Are we gonna make it? Did we crash just now? Oh. Ooh. Ooh. New dungeon to explore. Oh, I'm so excited. Coral Shrine. So we're like in an underwater cavern. It looks like we somehow arrived in one piece. I wasn't sure we'd make it for a moment there. I honestly thought my soul had left my body. We didn't just crash and burn? No. We experienced some technical difficulties, but we reached our destination in the end. And what a peculiar destination it is. This is certainly the ocean floor, but it has breathable air. That song, is that Lorelei's ballad? Sounds more like an elegy. I haven't seen this place before either. This must be the Coral Shrine, home of the Summer Seaslight. And of Princess Emo and her sirens. The sirens? Meep! Wait a minute! Uh-oh. You seem pretty well informed, sir. Why, the side-eye friend. I've read a great deal of books for the sake of research, you see. Naturally, someone is bound to acquire some knowledge. Anyway, I'll leave the exploring to you. I'm gonna make some adjustments to the Fia. Let me know when you're ready to return to the surface. I think he knows more than what he gets on about. Well, if it fails, we'll at least have the honor of being the first humans to be crushed at the bottom of the world. I'm joking. We should be able to float safely to a place outside of Lorelei's influence. Take care. Be on your way. Emo joined our party. We're gonna go chase after this girl and figure out what's going on. So again, we have the appearance of a girl. Ooh. Woglind, job class. Interesting. A job that wields magic through song. Ooh. Gotcha. Interesting. Song attacks. Okay, so we want to interact with the monolith and, of course, save here before we get into the dungeon. Let's see what we're about to get into. Ooh, Seabed Corridor, Coral Shrine. So we've got a whole nother dungeon to explore. This one is so beautiful. Wow. I really like this one. Looks like we have a bridge to repair, but it has to be done from the other side. So it'll be the typical go ahead with dungeons here. Defeat some enemies as we go through here and make our way to Emo. looks like I've got some sort of button here. Turn on fountain. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. The fountains are to reach new areas. So sort of like the wind lift that we had in the previous dungeon. We have these fountains that are now activated with this button. This is really cool. So to be able to reach these higher areas, I can jump on these fountains. Awesome. I love how the mechanics are a little bit different for each dungeon. It's actually fresh feeling and new. I look forward to each dungeon for each Seaslight. It's really awesome. We caught up? Let's see. We have. Mommy? Is something wrong, Emo? She's enraptured by this strange bubble. Tuli, help us out here. I see. She says the bubbles were made by the Sirens. And what are the Sirens exactly? Do they live here? Seems so. They live their lives quietly, far from the affairs of terrestrial life. At least I remember the Great Water Fairy mentioning that way back when. So, what are the bubbles for? These bubbles are called the bulla. The Sirens use them to understand one another, or something like that. Guess you could say like their farewell letter? Farewell letter? What's with the sudden sing-along, Emo? You're the one listening to the bulla, right, Emo? If you can understand this, you realize you are the final Siren. We're sorry. You must shoulder a painful fate. What happened to the Sirens? So we've got to collect these messages. What was that voice? I understand now. It was like a voice message sent directly to the brain. I felt like I was letting in on something deeply occult, as though something was taking over me. But it seems like the bulla was addressing Emo directly. It said something about fate? She says she wants to ask the other bulla since they're all a message has meant for her. They must be important. Let's get them all. So let's help her through this dungeon and continue to read each bulla. I think we found the second one here. What's this one gonna tell us? So she's the last of the Sirens. Emo, my dearest pupil, I never thought it would come to this. We Sirens are now a threat to this ocean. Please, Emo, before the sea is filled with such a miserable melody. What do they need her to do? Was that a teacher or something? I think it was her carmentation instructor. What's carmentation? It's how the Sirens communicate, like the voice in the bulla said. They cast magic by singing. That's actually kind of romantic. There's definitely some mysterious power behind music and how it can make people happy or sad. So it's somehow able to directly influence the human heart. I definitely listened to a lot of music during my research. How about you? I like music. I do like music. I wonder if we have the same tastes. Which makes me wonder, Emo, why didn't you make a bulla on land? Seems like a handy thing to have. I think it's a one and done. She said she tried, but they always burst right away. Oh, it requires a huge amount of magical energy. It's not an easy thing to make, even underwater. That's surprising, although what would I know? It's not like I ever lived in the sea. Alright, onwards and upwards. We've seen 2 bulla so far. Wonder how many there are for us to collect. We do have a monolight to activate. That's awesome because it's already 9:30 p.m., which means I have to take a break. I have to head home and take care of the crops and then come back another day. We'll be back to the Summer Seaslight and seeing more of the Bulla and more of Emo's story in the very next one. In the meantime, check out another video from me right here on the screen, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!